G'day, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I just got done doing a live with Matty Peveril. And look, guys, we had a pretty good conversation. So I'm going to leave that YouTube podcast live stream over there. I do work with Matty Peveril called Steelers Touchdown Under. So another show, another YouTube show, a lot of fun, talking Steelers, right? Yesterday, guys, and by the way, guys, there's no real news I'm going to cover today. And there's kind of a reason why. There's a reason why, and I'll get that in just a minute. But yesterday, we saw the football game between the Jets and the Browns. It's pretty entertaining, pretty fun. The Browns came back to win. DTR, he was kind of fun to watch. Look, I'm not a Browns fan. I'm a Steelers fan. But I was like, I don't know why. I was kind of like rooting for them just a little bit because to give them some success, the Browns will never win anything. They're not a winning culture. They're not a winning team. Yes, they won championships down there. But I don't know, some kind of like soft spot. And you're like, oh, boo, Mark's a Browns fan. No. I'm not a Browns fan. I'm black and gold till I fall over. I love the Steelers. I'm a massive Steelers fan, right? Huge Steelers fan. But I don't know what I was. It was pretty exciting to watch a rookie quarterback like DTR run around crazy, throw the blocks, and move the football down the field, right? But it reminded me of something. Right? I was super hyped, and I still am hyped. I'm super hyped about the team, and I can't wait to see what we can do. I think this year we're going to the playoffs. I think we can win the Super Bowl. I really do. I'm buying in that narrative. I really am. But it reminded me of something that I talked to Matty Peveril about last week, and we talked about how we need to see a game. It's getting to that point, right? We have right now at Steelers Friday Night Lights. So as I'm recording, they're out there playing football, throwing the football around, making big plays. JPJ on Pickens, iron sharpening iron, all that kind of stuff. Things are happening. Things are moving along. I was really excited to get to training camp and see players like that and see the visuals and the footage that I could find on Twitter. I was happy to see those things. Now I want more. I want more. I want more than that. We've had training camp for 7, 8 days. To me, the novelty is kind of wearing off. I actually want to see someone hit somebody, and that is from Steelers to Buccaneers. I want to see Keanu Benton break through the line and go and sack whoever their quarterback is at number 2. I want to see Jalen Warren run the rock as well. I want to see McFarland make a big play in preseason. I want to see Fryermuth make a big play in preseason if he does even play. I want to see Washington make a catch in the end zone. I want to see him palm someone, push someone down, block someone, push someone over. So I know I said last week on TDU that I was excited and hyped up for training camp, and I still am. At the same time, though, I actually kind of am at the point now, I just need Pittsburgh Steelers football so I can also be the fan and support the team, but break down what happens. Once we know next week when we see Steelers versus Buccaneers, and also on this channel too, maybe over the next week or so, we'll try and break down on players who might excel, who might be a weaker area that needs to show up and needs to impress to make sure their spot on the 53 is happening. Right? We had the injuries. We've had Corey Trice, Alfonso Graham go out. I think Kazi was still limited today in practice. But until we get to an actual game, the Steelers versus Buccaneers away, where we get to see Kenny Pickett for a few drives, Trubisky in there as well, Mason Rudolph throwing the rock to the third and fourth string guys. That to me is like when he's like Steelers football is officially back, right? So kind of the same thing. I was like, okay, training camp is fun. Getting that point is like the first day, unbelievable to see the guys back in the wearing shorts and then whatnot. Then they start to put on the pads. Now it's Friday Night Lights. The next step is like actually seeing a game. And that is going to be really fun to watch when we see Nick Herbig playing third down and 4 or 5 and chasing the quarterback around, and Steelers are losing by, 4 points or whatnot in the third quarter. And it's preseason, so it doesn't matter who wins or loses. But what does matter is the overall, confidence of the team, the football fundamentals, limited penalties, breaking through different reps, going through the whole process of a football game. And that to me is why preseason is fun. I understand that some people don't watch preseason. That's fine. That's cool. You can wait until the week 1. That's totally up to you. But I love every single moment of the football game that is preseason week 1 versus the Bucs. That will be the kickoff. That will be the first snap on defense when we see some starters go out there. I don't know if we're going to see Cam. I don't know if we're going to see TJ, Minka, limited guys. But at least we're going to see some guys, the rookie guys turning up, and the guys on the fringe that are third, fourth, stringers that are going to have a chance to make the team. That's what's fun about it, right? Those kind of blokes, the Hokos, the Armand Watts, all those dudes trying to make an impact for this team, the Holcombs, Roberts, all those dudes trying to make an impact. And we finally get to see as well, it is all fun and games watching the players, the new players like Peterson, wear the uniform in training camp. But until they get on a game-like setting, like forget all the access we have. Imagine when you're going back to as a kid. When I was a kid, 2004 and 5, I didn't know about training camp. I didn't know about Latrobe. I didn't know about anything like that. When I was watching the game, I simply turned the game on. If it was preseason, if I was lucky enough to see that, or if it was actually the game, week 1 on 3 a.m., I was watching as a young kid waking up or watching in replay. All I did and all I knew as a kid was just focused on the players and focused on the game. All the other stuff around it, the over-dramatization, the will he sign, won't he sign, the trades, this and this and this, I had no idea about that. So coming back to simplify watching the game as a supporter, preseason and the regular season reminds me of that. There is no trade this guy. Well, who will we get in next year's draft? There is no chitter-chatter around that. You simply watch this player, that play, this offense versus that defense to see who can move the football 10 yards forward. And that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to actually see football players making football moves. And we have so much right now. We have so much. There is more than ever and ever before. Even on this channel, if you check this out and say, hello, Mark, how's it going? I appreciate your content, right? There is more access to Steelers news, football news than ever before. You have ESPN, NFL Game Pass. You have all these different outlets. You have, Fox Sports. You have YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You have countless podcasts on Steelers. If former players or like Moats or whoever, Ike Taylor, Cameron Hayward, all these guys are former podcasts, right? Steelers content is everywhere. But sometimes to me, what I get excited about now is forgetting about that kind of stuff and just focusing on the game. Because the game is special. The game is fun to watch. Even last night, watching the Browns versus Jets, even just seeing a simple run in a halfback draw or seeing a simple pass over the middle and someone catching it and knowing that two teams are fighting out to win, even though it's Hall of Fame. But that's what I'm going to see like with this too. When I see the Steelers versus Buccaneers, I'm going to be that fired up because there are jobs on the line, because there are 90 men that need to reduce to 53. And of course, we get the practice squad, 16 players there. But you understand what I'm saying. You understand my point. That there are 90 men, they cut down to 53, and those 53 go on a journey that started back in camp or training camp and mini camp and that kind of stuff, which moves all the way forward through the season because we have 17 weeks to enjoy. But that's what I'm saying. I'm keen for this. I'm keen for the Friday Night Lights. But at the same time, the novelty for me has kind of wore off just a little bit. I'm actually now excited just to see a Steelers running back, whoever that may be, and let me check our lads depth chart because I don't even know who's on our team at the moment, right? We have Greg Bell, John Lovett, Darius Hagans. Who are they? I'm keen to see those guys run the football and go, hold up, wait a minute. These guys might be something, right? I'm keen to see something like that. There could be a chance they might be RB3, even though I think that McFarland's going to be RB3. But I think you understand my point. There are 90 players. Some of these guys we haven't seen play actual football. And when we see that, it's going to be fun and exciting. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoy the rest of your night. There's Friday Night Lights happening right now, but we are 1 week away from this time next week. This time today, next week, there will be Steelers football on television screens all around the world. Steelers versus Bucks. And you will see it here live with me too. We're going to have the best live stream. I'm talking like, I reckon 1,000 people. We might get 1,000 people. Nah, I don't know. But we could. And it's going to be so much fun. So next week is going to be awesome. We've got 7 days to go until Steelers football. I'll see you guys later.